So recently I was sent this video of an undressed, unhinged migrant man chasing people through the streets of Ireland. First we'll take a look at the video and then I'll give you an update on what actually happened to this guy. So Real News Air says Wicklow, a naked African terrorizing local women close to the Grand Hotel in Wicklow Town. Now I had to blur the bottom half of this video because this individual is undressed, but this is a pretty disturbing video. This man is clearly mentally unwell and he's running around the streets screaming F you to the Gardaí, chasing after people, and this man is an African migrant staying at the Grand Hotel in Wicklow Town.
Are you okay now?
As you can see here, the Gardaí actually pull up, they look at this guy and then they drive off and don't even arrest him.
Fuck off. Kiss my ass. What? What are you looking at? What? Off. Are you satisfied now? Go
Now apparently this man was also chasing after women outside of the hotel as well, and the lady says, I just want to say a huge thank you to the lady that let me into her car this morning and gave me a lift home from outside the Grand Hotel. I was in such shock that I didn't even ask for her name. I really appreciate what you did for me. Now thankfully this man has actually been arrested now and he has been sectioned under the Mental Health Act and has been placed in a mental hospital. And the Irish Independent says man arrested after naked run through Wicklow Town. And the report goes on to say a man who ran naked outside an asylum seeker centre in Wicklow was arrested in the early hours of Saturday morning and has since been sectioned under the Mental Health Act. And the report goes on to say the male was arrested for public order offences and brought to Wicklow Garda Station where he was held in custody. He has since been charged with several offences which are due before the courts. He has also been sectioned under the Mental Health Act and is currently receiving care at Newcastle Hospital. So according to reports, in 2024 alone, the Grand Hotel in Wicklow has been the subject of numerous reports, including 91 incident reports related to its use as a direct provision centre. These reports highlight issues with resident behaviour, including alcohol and substance misuse, assaults and aggressive behaviour, according to the Irish Independent. And I actually stumbled across this video as well of another incident outside of the hotel, and Terry K says Wicklow Town, illegal migrants of Wicklow Towns, the Grand Hotel caused another riot earlier today. Allegedly significant damage caused with furniture smashed up and used as weapons as it split out into the car park and street.
Oh my God, oh my God.
I'm picking up the key. hurry.
Not only this, something else was also brought to my attention, that the Wicklow Asylum Centre ruled not compliant in 9 areas in HIQA report. Now, according to this report as well, there were several members of staff that were working at the hotel that were illegal migrants, and they didn't have the sufficient paperwork, so they were illegally working at the hotel. There were also no Garda vetting of staff contracted to work in the centre, and no international police checks were in place. Now, 6 months ago, a channel called Auditing Island went inside to do a little bit of filming and investigating to see what is going on inside this IPAS centre, and this is what he had to say about the situation.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just going to be flying a drone outside, so just come in for me.
No, you can't do the building, I'm afraid.
Why not?
I don't think you can. I think because it's an asylum centre. Sorry, can we talk out?
Yeah.
Sign in there.
Okay, please don't touch me. So,
Why do you need to fly the drone outside?
because I go around the country, I do different stories on different locations. So,
For what? Sorry, I might ask for.
it's just
journalist?
a personal project, yeah. So, independent journalist. So,
Preferably not. Do you have a card that I can
no,
take?
I don't have
Okay.
a card to give you. So I know you're probably a bit like, what's this guy? What's he up to?
Yeah, well, that's my job.
Yeah, it's nothing nefarious. Like, I know the subject matter is sensitive.
Very sensitive.
Yeah,
and,
it's very sensitive. So
yeah.
what I do is, because it's sensitive, and basically there's a lot of misinformation, disinformation, everybody's kind of wondering what's going on. So
That doesn't mean they have a right to the information when it's personal, people's personal.
well, there'll be no people personal information taken, like, so.
Okay, but no photographs of residents either.
No.
Okay.
So we don't
I can't
photographs of
stop you.
Yeah.
But
So it's just let you know, so people see it flying around,
well, they
just
will, yeah.
not to panic.
Okay.
We'll be up high,
Mhm.
so people won't be identifiable from it.
Okay, well, I just have to inform my boss anyway.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
Can you give me your name?
No.
Okay, well, that's not much use to me, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's just part of it is part
You
of
can
it.
understand from our point of view,
Yeah.
our job is to protect and make sure these guys are safe,
But
right?
they will be safe. But like, if you think of it logically, what harm can come to them?
There's no logic involved.
But it has to be
My
logic.
job says what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do.
Yeah,
okay?
but they're
One is to allow photographs
Yeah.
of residents and their home, which happens to be here.
Yeah, but legally and lawfully.
I think
there's-
lawfully you aren't allowed to photograph the building, but I'm
I
not
am.
sure about
I am.
that.
So basically,
Okay,
from
well,
a
I'll
public,
find out. But
from
you're
a,
not going to give me your name, so it doesn't really
from
matter.
a public space, you
isn't public
you
space,
can't.
it's private
But I'll be
area.
outside with the drone. So with the drone, we'll be
Okay.
outside.
I'm afraid I
Um,
can't even give you permission. I can't even
Okay.
say I approve.
Do you want me
of
to talk to your boss or?
it. Yeah, he's not here, so I'll talk to him if he wants to talk to you. He will, but you won't give me your name. So
Okay. Well,
I
you
say
can,
the
you
answer's
can call
going to be
me
no.
Morgan. I'm known as Morgan. But once I give a name, then people will ask for address. What's your address?
No,
And
well, your
who's
name,
this and who's that?
You know.
So you can tell me if Morgan, if you need a name. Your name.
Well, I do. Mr. Morgan or Morgan something?
Morgan. So Morgan.
So as you can see, the woman was tight-lipped. She didn't really want to share much information, despite there being hundreds of migrants smack bang in the middle of Wicklow Town that could be potentially putting people in danger. She didn't want to disclose who was staying there, and she didn't really want to share much information. Many people have reacted to the situation involving this man running around the streets naked, and one woman says, "I used to live in Wicklow Town a few years ago. It was a quiet town where everyone knows each other, small businesses. The Grand Hotel was the only main hotel in town for tourists visiting. I remember walking the streets after dark feeling safe. What a disgrace using a hotel for an IPAS centre and destroying our country and towns and hotel and tourist industry. Why are they always running around naked? They obviously have no self-control. Even animals have more decorum." Another interesting fact is that this hotel was turned into an IPAS centre back in 2018. Now, what the government said is that they only plan to use it as an IPAS centre for 1 year, but here we are 7 years later, it's still being used, and these types of incidents are happening every single day. People fighting in the streets, incidents with drunken people, etc., fighting with weapons and stuff like that, and apparently this is now a no-go zone for the people of Wicklow, and the people that live in Wicklow are too scared to walk down the street retreat because they are scared of encountering deranged psychos like this guy here. I wanted to shed some light on this because, as I say, this is a serious issue that is going on around Europe. It's happening in Ireland, in the UK, and the rest of the Europe as well. So yeah, I mean, give me your thoughts in the comments about this, guys, and let me know what you think. But thankfully, this man has been arrested, and hopefully they start arresting and putting more guys like this in mental hospitals, because that's where they belong.